that do voodoo. Cast a spell on their ass with this juju. Bitch, I'm healthy, stay drinking this fruit juice. I'm the chosen one, when will God choose you? I can ask you projecting the cosmos. Meditation, my thoughts do not wander. I eat vegan, say fuck Benihana's. Sun gaze and be hot like a sauna. What the fuck is a Christian Dior? Put a white shirt on to do yoga. Feel my energy, micro be soaking. Got protection from demons approaching. They want my energy cause I got motion. Selenite is the crystal I'm toting. Need a black cat for all you rodents. My light too bright, they stay running like roaches. Eat them herbs and get rid of the sickness. Dr. Sebi, I'm healing holistic. I'm not cooking no meat in the kitchen. Goddess nigga, she whip vegan dishes. I'm in nature, my feet in the dirt. I be knowing the spider won't bite me. Cause I'm tapped in, little bitch, I'm connected. I be focused, I live in the present. Energy heightened, they call me Vegeta. Slow down with life, take you a breather. All these sheep in the world want a leader. Fuck church, I don't listen to preachers. Only thing that I need is the Bible. Now my consciousness high like the Eiffel. Either word with my music like Michael. Swear this word finna end the last cycle. They not people, they boss and they NPC. All that karma you got off this planet, you leave. And you better ask God for forgiveness. Negativity killing the children. Why they be disrespecting the women? Then they be disrespecting themselves. But I love this planet so much and I can't, so that's why I be thinking that I need help.
You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. You be yourself, king. You be yourself. You be yourself, king. You be yourself. You be yourself, king. You be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself. It's a whole lot of insecurities on display. When he go and spend his whole advance on a diamond chain. When he tricking off on these hoes trying to fill the void. When he steady popping on these ends trying to numb the pain. When he flexing all on the gram showing off the bands. When he knowing damn well that he got it off a scam. I don't wanna see you do a bid trying to get a lamb. It's a lot of ways to go legit, think about your fam. Cause you ain't gotta lie to kick it. You ain't gotta pop prescription. You ain't gotta load up the stick. You ain't gotta slide on niggas. You ain't gotta spin the block. Cause you ain't really got no ops for real. That's just your ego trying to take over. Really, that's the one that you got to kill. Why everybody wanna be on demon time when your angels gon' ride for real? That feeling of emptiness deep inside is something the money will not fulfill. And we gotta get back alignment with God, cause that's the only way that time will heal. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. You ain't gotta talk about bodies that you never caught. You ain't never caught. Whoa. You ain't gotta try to rock Prada, you can buy Lacoste. You can buy Lacoste. Tryna follow trends, gonna throw your zen way off. Yeah. Take a good look in the mirror when you feeling lost. Whoa. Be yourself, king. You be yourself. You be yourself, king. You be yourself. You be yourself, king. You be yourself. And really the greatest thing that you could be is to be yourself.
You're worthy, you're priceless, like diamond or shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond or shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. Don't let them define you, you're growing through diamond. redemptions, no losses, just lessons. And that's why your faith is strong. Every time you hit your lowest, always bounce back. Every time you lost your glow, got your shine back. Anytime you felt alone, God had your back. But I know that, and it shows that you're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond or shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. I love you, reflection, we flexing on our haters. We wish them the best, but protecting our sacred love. No weapons formed against us to take us away from God. We praying, we praising, we grateful, we came from love. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond or shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are. You're worthy, you're priceless, a diamond, a shooting star. You're holy, you're righteous, you're perfect as who you are.
You are a bright light. Your essence, it brings life. Encoded in your DNA is eternal life. A walking constellation on this earth, radiating beyond our three-dimensional sight. Your level of productivity does not define your worth. Your worthiness is inherent to your being. Your existence is a gift from the heavens through all of eternity. Speak highly of what you seek. Your words are medicine. Your breath is a holy sacrament. Baptize yourself in these affirmations. A living wish come true. We are honored to exist alongside you.
Get me a crowd.
Man, damn, I've been hurt for a little minute. That struggle I live ain't gone cause I'm still in it. Can't keep a job, but I'm still living. Been behind on the bills, but I'm still giving. Man, I come from the gutter, the bottom, way under the track when I speak through on they business. What a part of your people be snake sisting. And the ones that you love sending death wishes. No, I ain't had the clothes on my back, nor the shoes on my feet to go stump with the big dogs. Back then, they would bully a bitch, so I had to throw balls just to show them a bitch raw. Now we ain't had the money to turn on the water. Took baths with a bucket and washcloth. Life been so up and down like a seesaw. And they wonder why a bitch gotta go off. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood, make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the fight. You can never train me like the weather. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood, make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the faith. You can never train me like the weather. All of this shit, do it once. I can't get to the paper for the business I need to. Keep doing this music, but people don't listen. Trying to see what the fuck am I gon' do. Gotta stay in the mix and I keep showing face. Put aside all the crying I did do. And most of these niggas be all in my grill and can't walk in my shoes. He a damn fool. Shit, multiple times I done been through depression. Begging the God that some take me to heaven. Said I ain't strong, I can't take on the battles you throw in my life, but I know these is lessons. Dance on the pole, but don't talk about it often. Sold out some weed just to make me a profit. Went out to Cali to swipe me some cars and they never told, cause I kept it solid. On best friend, tried to fuck on the one that I love. Had to go and cut the bitch off. Man, I had to offset my career, set to give me some time to take off. Gotta blast off. If I had about 5 just to talk to who dead or alive, I'd talk to my child now and tell him I'm sorry. Mama wasn't ready and young that a boy maybe crash out. Man, them people don't know about about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the fight. You can never change me like the weather. Man, them people don't know about the struggle. Got up and got back to the hustle. Hell nah, I can't show when I'm stuck and been down on my ass. I got that from my mother. Spark up just to keep it together. 3-5 in the wood make it better. Man, I had to just pray just to keep up the faith. You can never change me like the weather. Kane.
Fresh out the fresh out.
They said nobody's coming to save you. I had to look inside me. I was looking everywhere for a savior, but the guy was in me. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great.
Yeah. You know what I fought through just to get her? I evolved so much I feel like I don't fit her. Out of place, my palate increased, I got a higher taste. I don't want it if it ain't organic, and I don't wanna talk if we ain't seeking understanding. And I don't wanna chill if growth ain't what we planning. And I don't wanna take no pictures if they ain't candid. Catch me in a moment or don't catch me at all. They throwing shade underhand and I'm deflecting it all. But if it's good energy, then I'm accepting it all. Yeah, I'm accepting it all. They tried to prosper against me, but they weapons too small. I got God on my side, nigga. I got angels in the field down the ride, nigga. Plus my ancestors, same gang, same hand gestures. Great wisdom, my people say I'm acting different. I tried to put them what I'm on, but they ain't listen. I made some diamonds out this pressure, can't say they ain't glisten. I cut them snakes out my grass cause I heard them hissing. It's a marathon, I do the distance. Yeah, the crowd tried to tell me I was done for, but I ain't listen.
They said nobody's coming to save you. I had to look inside me. I was looking everywhere for a savior, but the guy was in me. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great.
A wise man told me I got a calling on my life. I think I overstand now. I think I get why Miss Johnson kept praying now. I think I get why I lost a lot of friends now. All part of the plan. See, some relationships supposed to land. If they can't grow with you, then they can't go with you. My ex say she was leaving. I said don't let the door hit you. On the way out, I told her stay out. See, I'm finding myself, aligning myself, working and I'm timing myself, reminding myself, yeah, that I'm free. And ain't nobody gonna do me like me. Self-love, it's the best love, that's the best drug. Praise to the Most High, my investor. Yeah, I'm self-driven like Tesla. Yeah, I'm blessed up, from my feet to my chest up. Middle finger to my oppressor. And I press on. I go to war with my demons, I put my vest on. And I turn every L into a lesson. If I got greatness in me, not even a question.
They said nobody's coming to save you. I had to look inside me. I was looking everywhere for a savior, what the God was in me. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great. The world like to tell you what you can't, what you ain't, that you late. Just remember that you great.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.
Hey, peace and blessings, star seeds. Peace and blessings. Yes, 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 y'all. To the beat, y'all. Where I'm at, y'all. Here I am, y'all. Hey, peace and blessings, star seeds. This was not the layout I was looking for, but hey. Welcome to Pronoia Starseed podcast. It is your girl, the goddess Rael, in the building. Thank you for being here. Yes. Thank you for tapping in the middle of the day. I know, look, we don't even do Pronoia in the middle of the day, but you know, this is the remix today. Today is the remix, okay? So welcome to, we used to call this show Free Flow Fridays, y'all. You know, I used to do a show like every day of the week. We had Manifestation Mondays. We had Tarot Tuesdays. We had Thankful Thursdays. We had, what was the Wednesday? Wind Down Wednesday or something like that. We had Free Flow Fridays. We had Celebration Saturdays or something. I don't know. But we had every day of the week on lockdown over here on Pronoia. We're going to get back to it. I don't know if we're going to be doing that much, but we shall be back. Anyway, thank you for tapping in tonight. I'm going to see if I can, let me see if this is how I do it. Oh, yeah, no, I don't know. It's the remix. Oh, you know what? It's my screen that's tripped out. There we go. I'm tripping y'all. Okay. So again, welcome back to Pronoia Starseed podcast. I am the goddess Rael, and today, I was going to say tonight, but today we have a very special Starseed guest in the building. Yes, she goes by GalaticHood Buddah, and I met her this year? Goodness, this year's almost over. I met her this year, and she performed a song at one of our really close friends' birthday party. And I thought it was really dope. And I was like, wow, okay, what else you doing? She is a very spiritual being. So I'm going to let her introduce herself. Again, we always welcome the new star seeds over here. So I'm excited to have her. You know, we like to come back. over here. We don't come one time, so this will be her first time. We'll see how many more times we can get her over here, but let me just get her out here the first time. Show her some love over in the comments. Again, we interact over here on Pronoia, so if you're new, welcome. We talk to you in the comments. So if you got any questions, let us know. And I'm going to let my new Starseed guest, Miss GalaticHood Buddah, introduce herself to you guys. So let me add you to the stage. Hey.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you. This is and different topics from what I normally talk about, although I do it's included in it. So I'm really excited to share it with your Starseeds. My name is Miladies, by the way. My name is Miladies from GalaticHood Buddah.
Yes, okay.
That's what I have for now.
All right, Miladies from GalaticHood Buddah. So tell us how you got. Okay, so all right, tell us what you do. What is it like? Tell us what is the base of what you do. I know you're a very spiritual being, right? So you're tapped in. What are the practices that we can find out, like maybe if we need to tap into you? What do you offer?
Okay, so because of my curiosity, I tap into a lot of things. For the most part, I'm well known for tarot, astrology, and my affirmations, and just helping people shift their mindset from what can't be to what could be type of energy. And so that's the gist of it. The other me, I do health and wellness, a lot of fitness, inspiring people to eat healthier, bio-individuality. And the other side of me, I do social work. I help, in the community a lot with anything that has to do from the elderly population to children. So I tap into
people person. Yeah. Goodness on. It's like this side I help people, right here I help people, and this is another way that I help people. I love that. So your calling is to help people, I see, huh? Like in many ways.
Yes, if we want to get into the technical of some spiritual tapping in, if we can talk about numerology. I started noticing that I was a life path 9, and that really allowed me to understand that I'm supposed to be tapping into multiple groups of people in order to be relatable. And it has really served me very well. I've been able to help people that in a normal day I don't think I would have been able to help, but because maybe that experience happened before, or I heard somebody go through it and how they prevailed from that, then I was like, okay, I can help this person. Yeah, and the gist of that. So knowing that Life Path 9 is basically pretty much someone who is there to assist everyone, right? We're not just here to be like a Life Path 1 who's just kind of like starting out to learn how to navigate who they want to be, how they want to be. The Life Path 9 kind of like already is like, okay, where do I need to assist? That's how I take it. So that's just on the numerology aspect. So I really understood, okay. And in high school, right? In high school, you tend to kind of figure out, what group do I belong to? I don't belong to any group. I belong to all the groups.
Right. I know that's right. Yeah, because again, so when I look at it, again, I look at numerology, I look at astrology. So Life Path 9 would almost be like the Pisces, almost too, like the last one. It encompasses all the other numbers. So it's been there. It's been a 1, it's been a 2, it's been a 3, it's been a 4, it's been a 5, it's been a 6, it's been a 7. So by the time you get to 9, you have the characteristics, and that's why you couldn't be so much open in your spirituality and understanding of others, because you've been down those paths. Even if you don't remember, you subconsciously remember. So like I'm a Pisces, so that's how I see, like when I see people, and people always feel like they're going to be judged. But for me, it's not about judgment. A lot of people feel judged based on your energy, right? Like you might present in an upstanding way, so they may feel like, oh, well, because she carry herself this way, she's going to look at me like I have to. And I don't. I look at people like they're individuals. And so it's always looking to see which way I can assist you in being a better individual, but never forcing that onto anyone. And that's kind of like, that life path 9. So you studied numerology as well?
Yes. So let's just say that I was literally born into this, and as I got older, I really was born into this whole what we would call like manifestation now. And it's funny that you expressed the encompass of the 12th house, which is Pisces, because that life path 9 is also someone, like you said, that dabbles into many things. And I've had the opportunity to dabble into different religions based on my mother's curiosity. So when you talk about judging, that's also where I'm at. I have like minimal judgment. I mean, because I live in New York, so I'm gonna judge somebody. The train be crazy. The train be crazy,
okay.
Right? So, but for the most part, minimal judgment when it comes to people's religious decisions, even, whatever decision they make, because I've been, not a Pentecostal. I've been a 7-day Adventist. I've been a Catholic. I've been a Christian. Through my mother's curiosity, I've dabbled into Buddhism, Hinduism. So again, it was part of my life.
That's so wild, because as I'm listening to you say that, that is how my children will speak of me one day. Because of my mother's curiosity, I know about, this. My children have only been to church one time because my aunt recently took them. They was like, it was really interesting. But they were born into this. So it's so beautiful to hear someone, because a lot of people are not born necessarily into it. I was kind of, because my mother is a Pisces. So Pisces are naturally spiritual beings. They just naturally intuitive, even if they go to church, they still have an extra spirituality to them, right? Because they're Pisces. They can't help it. It's like ingrained in us, right? So I was kind of born in it. Whereas when I did get into those type of mysticisms, I didn't feel judged when I talked to my mother about it. Because she'd be like, oh yeah, Rocky, well, because you're a Pisces. Her thing, she kind of like, zoomed in on that astrology sign, because you're a Pisces. But that also made me be like, I'm a Pisces. What else am I? What else? What other parts of me do I not know? So let's talk about that. Besides you're a life path, you're a numerology number 9, life path 9. Okay, so what is your astrology? What are your big 3?
So to talk about astrology, before we get even into the gist of how I got there, I was, again, and my uncle spoke about astrology as I was growing up. He was very into it. My family's from Cuba, by the way, everyone. So I do also, I'm bilingual. I speak Spanish. And so my uncle really, surprise.
Right. Surprise. That is hilarious.
And so my uncle taught me about astrology. We also, in the Caribbean culture, the Spanish culture, Spanish is speaking, but in the household where you speak Spanish, we would watch the news, and there was this one astrologer named Walter Mercado. So I also grew up with some astrology background before the technicality or the verbalism. All those things were not given to me as of yet, but from the age of 5, I was learning about astrology. Now, let me keep it 1,000. My uncle did teach me astrology based on money, based on love, based on relationships, based on, I would say, the more chaotic, corrupt situations, right? But my uncle will always be like, no, don't date a Leo because this, that, and the third. And if you go ahead and if you want some money, you better deal with Jupiter. So I learned about astrology.
Like my mom. Oh my goodness. So we got a taste of it in a way, but then it made us want to go down that rabbit hole, right?
Right. So from there, at the age of 13 was when I then craved it more. Me and my younger sister, you have the daily news that gives you your rising signs. And so we learned about that. And then my older sister has been the pillar of all of my astrology studies. What do I mean? When I I want an astrology book for my birthday, she'll just buy it for me, right? Aww. So that's how I started to get into astrology. But I've always spoke about it. Before it was, mainstream. Now people kind of looked at me like a weirdo, of course, right? Like, of course. Oh, astrology this. I'll be like, oh, the moon. Anyways, you know how that goes. So It was kind of like 15, 20 years ago, I really couldn't talk as heavy as I am talking about astrology now. So I just wanted to share that first so people can understand the passion.
Yes. No. I listen, sounds like we are sisters. We just live in different worlds. Like, for real. I started when I was young too. So I get it. Like, it was not like what it is now. You know, because everybody was a Christian and everybody was reading the Bible, and that was the only book we were supposed to be reading. And I was over there in the book of Wiccan. I was learning paganism. I was learning about the goddess and the goddess. And oh, wait a minute, there's balance here, right? And that was the thing that I took from that. And then I started looking into Buddhism. Then I started looking into, oh my God, I just went down the rabbit hole, and it just kept getting deeper until I started looking into myself. And then I started like examining like the God within me, my name, what it means, who am I? You know, why am I here under these certain planetary alignments? You know, what's this trine? What's this square? You know, you start digging deeper and realizing that those same books that we read in the Bible about people who prophets and all those things, these could also be our stories. These also could be these are stories that are just written about people who've had spiritual experiences. And we've all, especially us who are starseeds, have had some sort of spiritual experiences within our lives, and that have taken us from not just Christianity, but onto another spiritual path. So what are your big three? What were your big three astro signs? What is your sun, moon, and rising?
So my sun is an Aries, my moon is a Gemini, and my rising is a Capricorn.
Woo!
So
sheesh, you and Claudia got a lot of strong energy over there.
Yes. I always wonder, like, how do you make me a projector and then give me these strong aspects and be like, slow down? Like, how am I supposed to slow down?
You know? What is your profile? What's your projector profile?
A 4-1.
Okay. She said, how you give me these strong aspects? No, I understand. I'm a projector as well. And it's like, it's almost like it's a scale you have to balance, right? Because it's like, you know, all these things and you want to share all these things, but you're supposed to wait for the invitation. And then it gets frustrating. And then you get the wrong invitations and you're not really recognized, but people just, you know, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's a lot that goes along with that projector lifestyle. How did you get into human design?
So as we get into these conversations, I want to let your audience know that this is self-awareness, right? That what we're talking about. We're talking about self-awareness here. And with the stories that I'm sharing and how I got into all these different tools of getting to know yourself, it all encompasses manifestation as well. So I just wanted to remind you guys, because as you get to know yourself, you get to know your traits and your talents, what are where you need assistance or where you can thrive. This self-awareness really guides you to becoming a better manifester, a better co-creator with the universe, with God, source, universe, whoever it is that you believe in. So as we talk, which I love talking to you, you guys can kind of get a grasp of like the type of tools that we're talking about. So when you talk about the human design, it goes back to the same friend that we have is Claudia. That's how I got to human design. I found out about it in 2018, which I then had my Jesus age, which is 33. So I guess, you know, God source universe was like, ooh, let me throw that in there real quick. You 33, ooh, surprise, which was like a total one of those dark night of the soul type of energy, right? Because it's like, what is this tool? What do you mean I'm only supposed to be working 20 hours a week? Right. What do you mean I'm supposed to be napping and then I could get abundance? What do you mean that my theme is success, but I don't feel success? You know, these type of things that start showing up. And I was grateful to have found out about it. And then it just so happens that Claudia from Amor Personified, by the way, go check her out. She got deeper into it, and when she gets into a subject or a title, there's really like no stopping her. It's like a mad scientist type of thing where she embodies it and she discovers not just you but everyone else around her. I mean, not just herself but everyone else around her. So that's how I got deep into it, to the point where I recently just got, you know, certified as someone who can go ahead and help other people to do their human design, find out their human design. So I believe I'm at my 8-year mark or 7-year mark where they say in human design you start deconditioning. I've learned a lot about that, and I also incorporate a lot of the human design into my manifestation tools. So that's how I found out about it.
Yes, I love that. See, you guys, Claudia is the bomb. I'm telling you, if you've never been here for human design, please tap in. On the 18th, she will be in the building for human design. And if you have not, go back. We've been doing this for like 3 years now on the show. She's been talking about human design since the day she came on. So we have plenty of information. If you don't know what we're talking about, when we talk about profiles and, you know, aura types and projectors and manifestors and manifestation, because we're going to get into manifestation today. So I love how, again, you were talking about the tools that we use around the fact that we a way to manifest, right? And knowing yourself is the best way to get things going, because how are you got to manifest from a space of knowledge, right? Like of knowing. It's not a belief. Like me personally, when I think about manifestation, I think about like when they say you got to stand on business. When you get ready to create something, you have to really stand in what it is and know what it is you want. So I know we said in the preview here that we was going to get into manifestation, as well as you're working on a project that has to do with manifestation. So we want to get into that. Let me know, what are your views, like what is your definition of manifestation? What is your personal definition?
Okay. You know, I always have to have a pause. There's something about me of going back before we go forward.
What's your cross? What's your cross in human design? Because I'm telling you, might be in there. I promise you.
It probably is. Oh, I can I get back to you on that?
Yeah. I need to know that. Yeah.
So before I get into, oh, look, this is how I manifest, right? Come on, guys. I do have to bring you guys back to my foundation, how I was raised and what I had to shift before I got to where I'm at now. So I do want to share this part because it feels like if I don't, then I'm leaving a couple of people out. I was a child that was geared and guided for failure. And I'm saying that with pride, right? I'm saying that with confidence, that I wasn't a child that was supposed to be thriving, right? There was an advantage, right? I was taken advantage of at a young age where, you know, if there's the way my mother would think is like, if there's a money opportunity, she was a savage. So she didn't really care if it was her child. So, hey, if I could cripple your mental state so that we can get some type of, government fund, then I'm going to do that. So I was one of those products of those children who I was meant to fail. I was meant to be crippled. Hold on, because, you know, Harlem. I don't know if you guys can hear the noise. So my upbringings when it comes to my learning skills were shattered. So I was someone who was told that I was not able to read. I was someone who didn't know math. So all of these things were actual because of who was raising me, right? So as long as she kept me in a certain state of mind, then I wouldn't succeed, right? So, you know, lo and behold, you know, miracles and whatever the case might be. At the age of 18, I was able to, I want to call it like escape, but I was able to get my own apartment. And from that point on, I was able to shift my mindset. But it all started in high school. Like the foundation that was built, the friendship that was built in high school, the teachers that supported me in high school were the ones that assisted me to shift the mindset. So while I did know about manifestation, it wasn't called manifestation. We used the Bible to heal people. You know, we did different things in order for us to say, hey, we're bringing something into fruition. We use herbs, we use baths. So it was different. I want to say like maybe in around 2010 was when this whole manifestation things started coming up, but it wasn't called manifestation then. I just wanted to, like, you know.
No, absolutely.
For me, at least, right? Until I discovered these tools.
Right. No, I love that you gave us that background as well. Yes.
Yeah, because, you know, I'm not supposed to be like this cool writer that I am. I'm a cool writer. I write blogs all the time, but because of the way I was raised, it was just like, you're not supposed to be anything. So I wanted to share that, and this is how.
You know, that's so crazy because I did a show a while ago, and it's called The Advantage of Disadvantage. And it's about, you know, because I wasn't born in the most, you know, savory. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth at all. But there is an advantage of being at a disadvantage, for people counting you out, for being seen as like, you know, things being thrown at you very early on. Because when we sometimes have those kind of obstacles ahead of us, it builds muscles that others don't have, because they've never dealt with those types of obstacles. Or, you know, people counting you out and you really believe in that. It teaches you to really learn how to believe in yourself. When no one else believes in you, when nobody else sees you as anything worthy of, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they treat you as such, you would think that you couldn't grow from that. And what you do, you outgrew that. You know, you became more than way much more than what they expected, but probably even more than what you expected. Because, yeah, absolutely. And I get that. It's like the rose that grew from concrete, you know, you start in one spot, but that doesn't mean that's where you are. And again, there is a advantage to being at a disadvantage. That's why we pick the lives that we have, I believe, before we even come here, because we know what we want to be. And to get there, we got to be something. And then we don't have a lot of time here. So sometimes it starts in childhood, the conditioning, the you know, but those who fight through it and get to the core of who they really are, crack open that seed of truth, those are the people that bring the joy back and actually teach other people how to not become what everybody else, you know, may have put on them. Because that was a lot to carry as a child, you know?
Yes, it definitely was. But like I said, I'm grateful for again, looking back at human design, and when you look at your root chakra, right, in the human design, if it's defined, which means if it's colored in, then that means that wherever you go, how I took the definition of that is, wherever I go, I'm always gonna have a foundation. I'm always gonna be I'm always gonna have somewhere or someone to guide me, right? Where I've seen people, when I looked at their chart and they have that undefined, they're sometimes it's hard for them to set a foundation. And so again, looking into your natal chart, looking into your human design chart, looking into your life path, which, by the way, is literally your date of birth, the time you was born, and all those things that nobody could really fuck with, right? Excuse my language. Unless, you know, you were born in the Caribbean, right? And then now we're talking about something different, and we'll have another topic on that. But if you was born in the Caribbean, sometimes, yes, your date of birth was tampered with. So I'm aware of that, guys. So, but for the most part, these things help me gain confidence. Like, okay, like if I'm gonna do something that's impulsive, at least I know somewhere someone is gonna have my back, so let me be impulsive. And you know, so getting to know yourself again is really important. So you know, high school was a huge foundation, and the friends that I made in high school to this day, and it's like 20, 25, maybe even 30 years later, many of us are still friends. So I do thank my foundation for allowing me to be able to evolve to where I am now, for sure.
Absolutely.
My friends, for real. Okay, so for manifestation, I'll just go into the Latin aspect of manifestation, which is called manifestus, right? So when you talk about that, it's just basically something that's evident, something that's clear, something that's obvious. Like that's, I don't want to be confusing nobody. We're not going to go into the woo-woo or nothing that. So we're going to get right there, right? So, and then I just want to hit you guys a little bit with how, you know, the Bible already had some of these manifestation words into it. And again, I told you guys that I have a background in reading a lot of religious books, especially in Spanish and English. You know, I don't know why, but okay, right? I was like, in Spanish, it's like, me tocó esto, that this is what you guys are handing me. Okay, no problem. So, as I learned, right, I got the proverb. It's Proverbs 23:7, right? It says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So again, before we rush over to what happened in 2006 when the law of attraction started popping and things like that, we can go back and know that we have always in the human race have been guided to do simple things, which is just how we think, how we feel, and how we act is how reality is going to be showing up for us. So,
and it's so simple, like that, just like that. But it's so many distractions from how we think. We ain't allowed to even talk about how we feel. And there is no control over how we act anymore. So everything is now, it's really about breaking down those foundations so that we are not able to stay in enough of that vibration in alignment to manifest, right?
Yes.
You have to be in that alignment. Yes, I do too.
agree.
I love the breakdown. Thank you for being here.
So another, because I got a few, I got to give you guys a little bit of background. I love history. I love sharing. So I also went into like the Hermetic philosophy. That's the ancient Greek and ancient Egypt and Greece information. And when you go deep into that, because I do read a lot. And by the way, like I said, I started reading deeply like around 2006. So it like my thirst for books had started around that time. So again, you don't have to be a nerd, right? What we would call a nerd when you growing up and now you're so smart, you read all these books. Your craving for knowledge and wisdom can start at any time in your life.
Yes, it can.
I just wanted to share that because it's very important to read. So they talk about mentalism, right? And again, with the mentalism is like the all is in the mind, right? So whatever is here is going to show up for you. And it just goes back to that. And if you, the Eastern, let's go to yoga. Let's go to visualization. Let's go to the Hindu and the Buddhas. What do they do? Like, going into that really puts you in a space of saying, like, again, there's not one way that we're being told over and over again that the way we think, the way we feel, and the way we act is how things are going to show up for us. And it's just like, okay, that's simple, my ladies, no problem. Going back, you guys see me always going back into my foundation, my childhood, right? So when I go back into how we're going to bring these things into fruition, we go back to what was our upbringing? What were we told about what we can become, what we can achieve? And not only what we can achieve, but what did we view? What did we see other people achieve in our life? How did we see people work under stress? How did we see people work when it comes to abundance, when it comes to money, when it comes to their health? All of that gets programmed. We're, we could talk like this here, right? So we're computers, right? So us being computers and us being upgrading our DNA from time to time as we make these choices really solidifies that we don't have to stay in that mentality of our childhood. We can actually elevate from that as we do something that we've done since we was fucking born. Repetition. A lot of us don't have the mental capacity to do repetition, but we can sit through a whole season of Black and Beauty, which by the way is out, no sponsor by Netflix, but So it's just like, what are we ready to focus on? And what we're ready to focus on is what's going to determine everything else for us. Does that make sense?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, because as without is within, but it's what's within is what's being projected without, and so what we believe and what we feel and what we think, it's all in alignment with what our lives, everybody wants to change the world. It starts by changing yourselves. And that's, again, going within. So I get it. Absolutely. So, all right. Let's talk about what you've been working on. Like I said, I met Miss GalaticHood Buddah, my lady. I met her at Claudia's birthday party, our mutual friend, our beautiful friend. And she performed a song that she created herself about manifestation. Right? So you're really heavy on the manifestation.
Yes, I am. I've created cards. I was supposed to have it. So I have a few of them here. So I'm really big on going back into astrology right? Real quick, I have Uranus in my 12th house. Uranus is the innovator of one of the planets in the solar system. The innovator, the one that, if Mercury is the one that communicates, Uranus like is the head honcho of communication, right? So I have that in my 12th house. My 12th house is again my subconscious mind and your subconscious mind. It's all of our subconscious mind. So having that energy in my subconscious mind, also in combination with Sagittarius, I enjoy, is like a passion of mine, to shift the subconscious mind. It's just like, oh, we can change that. It's not a problem. Like, where do I get the energy from to think that we can change it? Man, source, right? Because the reality is there are some situations, me as a spiritual worker, as a root worker, where I've been in situations where I'm like, I don't even know how we're going to get this done, but some apparent reason it got done. We prevailed and we succeeded. So with that being said, I'm not just, this project that we're about to hear today is the outcome of everything I've been doing for the past couple of years, exposing myself on how to shift your mindset. So I have cards, I have gratitude affirmations that people can get to get ideas. On YouTube, I have challenges. I have like 4 or 5 challenges that helps with shifting the subconscious mind, from gratitude to dumping your subconscious mind so that you can be able to then attract. So I've been working like really heavy on helping humanity or the collective in shifting the subconscious mind.
Yes, that's beautiful. Yes, that's because that's where it all lies, is in the subconscious. It's so wild. This conversation, again, we don't do any scripting, and this is crazy because I was just talking to my 10-year-old about what the subconscious actually is, and I kind of had to tell her the iceberg. Like your conscious mind is the iceberg that you see, but your subconscious is the bigger block that you don't see, that's under the water. And that's the thing that's guiding the actual iceberg. So you see this little iceberg on top and you think that's big, but you have no idea about what's underneath there and in the water. And that's where everything is created. That's where everything is moved. But we don't even, and we were talking about symbolisms, because I said people be worrying about words. You better worry about them symbols you be looking at and stuff you be putting in that subconscious mind, right? Absolutely. Yes, let's see. She says she's definitely from the same tribe as me. Yes. Smart Video Girl is 1,000% a mentalist. So welcome to the mentalist tribe. Yes, and she's a projector. A bunch of projectors in the building. Shout out to all the human design folks. If you know your human design, you can let us know in the comments. But yes, it's a lot of projectors. It's weird. It's only 20% in the world is projectors, and I know about 20%. I mean, like 50% of the people I know are projectors. Like I know a lot of projectors.
I guess you know what it is. It's time to align. 2027 is coming up. That's a big thing for us. And
you already know.
So there's a lot happening, and yeah, but that's another topic, right?
Yes, it is. But the Smart Video Girl, she brought up 2027. I just went over that with her about the raves and all of that goodness. We just got into that. That is wild. But yes, okay. So back to your project. So you have worked on a song, right? Yes. You want to tell us about it?
Yes. So first and foremost, you got to give out the shout outs to the people that assisted you. I do have, I'm going to call them the day ones. They know who they are. Definitely support us. I want to shout out my sisters, but really, really, his name is Mano Fresh. That is a dear brother of mine from elementary school, who I know his real name is Jermaine McKenzie.
All right. Like, why are you giving out my government, man?
No, you know why? Because he's a great, he created a bunch of beats, and he believed in me, right? And the reality is that I can be honest with the fact that I can be annoying to my friends. So I realized that he was doing beats like around 2018 and 19. So I would be like, send me a beat, right? So he'll be like, after a while he got annoyed and he sent me like 12 or 13 beats. I didn't believe in myself because I'm like, whoa, like, so I got excited. So then I started playing around with the beats and things like that. Again, if people who are around me often, maybe on every 2 weeks or on a weekly basis, they know that everything I do is with music. If at some point I'm singing something, right? I'm singing what we're doing. I'm singing. There's something that I'm always doing. So with that being said, I play around a lot, and for a very long time, I have been saying on Instagram, watch, I'm going to make a single, I'm going to make a song, I'm going to make a song. Again, back to manifesting, right? And again, to be honest with you, if you have a passion for something, your dreams will come true, because it's really about the passion, right? That's the feeling. The passion is the feeling. And so I just had a passion to drop a single. So I got the beat, and then I got encouraged heavily with some of my friends. And then one of my best spiritual friends, she has a husband who is the creator of Spud Inc. And he has a whole studio, and I paid for some studio time, and I just took a chance on myself, right? What's the worst that could happen? I have a whole job. You know, I'm not dropping my career to be, right? Any of these things, I honestly was doing it because it was a passion, and it's fun. I feel like one of the things that we should do is that we have a passion for something, just do it, right?
Do it. Absolutely. I'm a big believer in that. Just step out there and do it. You never know. If you're just doing it for fun, it's fun. Because that's when it really matters, right? Like, it's a lot of love in it when it's fun. It's not a lot of pressure in it when it's fun.
Exactly.
You know, it's just like doing it for the hell of doing it, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So that's what happened, and it just turns out that it sounds good, right? So I'm like, is anybody expecting any more? So now, like, I'm like sweating, and now, like, so because of you, I'm gonna drop it today at 11 p.m. so that everybody can see it on the YouTube. So I'm gonna drop the song so you guys can use it. I wrote partial. I'm keeping it 1,000 again. I wrote partial of it before getting to the studio, and then when I was in the studio was when I finished it. And I really did get assistance because, again, I play around a lot, so I don't understand how much of a talent I may have because I'm always playing until somebody be like, "Wake up!" It's a good thing, you know. And so it was really fun. It was really fun.
All right, you ready?
Yes,
she nervous. Like, I was just giving you the build up. Come on, you ready to play a song?
Yes, put it out. I'm ready.
All right. Do you want to stay on the screen, or do you?
Yes, I'm okay with staying on the screen.
All right, I'm gonna leave the screen. I'm gonna let you stay here. This is your song. You can party like a rock star. I'm a party backstage.
All right.
This is her Pronoia moment. Go introduce. I'm gonna release myself. You introduce your video, and then introduce your song, and then I'm gonna push play, and we're gonna get it going.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me disappear.
So I do it now. Oh, hi, my name is Miladies from GalaticHood Buddah, and this is my single called Abundance Clear the Way. Okay.
Time to clear the way. Abundance come to play. Time to clear the way. Money make it rain. Hop in your new whip, just imagine it. Driving, switching lanes just to grab that shit. Calling your new friends, money magnet. Staring at the stars, the sun's alignment. Spiritual bank account is lit, physical bank account legit. My credit score is perfect, manifest the money's infinite. Spiritual bank account is lit, physical bank account legit. My credit score is perfect, manifest the money is infinite. Time to clear the way. Abundance come to play. Time to clear the way. Money make it rain. Open to receive, just like the sea. Gotta get your passport just to find me. High vibration, we flying kindly. Abundance got my back, just watch and see. Spiritual bank account is lit, physical bank account legit. My credit score is perfect, manifest the money's infinite. Spiritual bank account is lit, physical bank account legit. My credit score is perfect, manifest the money is infinite. Time to clear the way. Abundance come to play. Time to clear the way. Money make it rain. Manifesting herbs, here's the list. Cinnamon, make it coming quick. Clove will definitely attract that shit. Tell me, are you listening? Add a little pinch of mint. Favorite oil, then you conjure it. Add a little pinch of mint. Favorite oil, then you conjure it. Time to clear the way. Abundance come to play. Time to clear the way. money make it rain. Time to clear the way, abundance come to play. Time to clear the way, money make it rain.
Hey. Yes, y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, you are welcome. Look, did y'all catch that at the end too? She was giving y'all she was dropping some nuggets right there. You better get that sentiment. You make that money come in. That's right. That's right. I love it. So all right, tell us about the song. Like you say you wrote it on the way there. What made you focus on, again, like abundance?
So there's a group that I've been part of for the last about 3 years where we assist each other in spiritual growth. It's like a real sisterhood. And I've literally watched people manifest everything from, large amounts of money to their favorite car, to the home, to the relationship. And so that was one of the inspirations, as well as knowing that humanity is going through something. And if there's one thing that we can make a choice, is to make that choice to call in not only abundance when it comes to money, but also when it comes to health, when it comes to our friendship circle, when it comes to the things that we desire, right? So yeah. I felt like at least listening to this music with the drill music will, inspire people to feel like, you know what, something's coming through, right? And then I created again, I do feel like I was inspired by somebody, not necessarily this ladies right here, right? That to create the visual, when you listen to it, you can create the visual of allowing yourself to see something coming in. So I desire to create something like a roadmap when you listen to it. Because a lot of times, if you don't watch a video, you're creating it in your mind. So, that was the concept of it. I'm a Jupiter baby as well. I was born on a Thursday, so I know some things about abundance, so
yeah, expansion. I love Jupiter. My Jupiter is in Libra, and Saturn is in I'm tripping, but yes, yeah. I love Jupiter. She said I'm dancing. I know that's right. Yes. So thank you. I really do appreciate you coming here on to Pronoia Starseed podcast and sharing yourself and your energy with us. So you, as well as, like she said earlier, okay, let me tell y'all the surprise in this. I shared this with her earlier, okay, but I was really surprised. When I met Claudia was doing a podcast, and I did not know it was with GalaticHood Buddah. And so just recently I was like, yeah, remember when you was doing a podcast with that girl? And she was like, it's her. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Wait a minute, you do tarot? So I will officially ask you here on Pronoia Starseed podcast, would you like to come back for a Tarot Tuesday?
Absolutely.
Yay! Starseeds, yes. So we'll work that out. I'll hit you up on IG. We'll set up, in the calendar for October, because we got this month of September. We got Tarot Tuesdays every Tuesday, I believe. So make sure y'all tap in for that. But I think that's really dope that you tap into all of the spaces within you that want to create, and you do it in a joyful way. And that's really the beauty of creation, is that you do it from a happy space, and then people feel it. A lot of times I believe we sell the sizzle and not the steak. It's not even about what we're creating. It's about the enthusiasm and the energy that we put into it. Like I can create jewelry, and you can create jewelry, and somebody else can create jewelry. But it's the energy that you put in that is what people are coming. They're like, yo, I want that, because you made it, because your energy is in it, And so when we push out our creations, we have to be proud of ourselves, because first of all, it was something that came through the mind, which means it came through God, to be delivered in a way, to be shared, if you decided to create it, Some people, we have a lot of thoughts in our minds, but we never push them out to be created here. And we never know who could be like, yo, that's fire. I need that. Look, She said, you need any backup dancers for the visuals? Let me know. Okay. Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Hey. Hey, we was already talking about that backstage. We'll holler. But it's like, for real, it's when you create from joy, a space of happiness, it's like it's going to attract, it's going to attract those who are looking for that joy within themselves. So I think that's really beautiful that you share that with us today. And I'm looking forward to getting to know you more as you continue with us on this Starseed journey.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. I appreciate you so much.
Oh, yes. Listen, I'm so happy to have you. I also wanted to talk to you really briefly because I have to get out of here, but I do want to ask you a couple questions about the shift of energy, right?
Okay.
Yes. So as a current, healer, a light worker, a doula, what is it? Wait a minute. You are a spirit shifter, right? Yes. Intuitive spirit shifter. Okay. In this current age, in this current time, with the age, first of all, we're in the age of, we're going into this age of Aquarius. I'm going to keep saying going in because this is a long time. We don't just walk into the doors. It's like a slow opening into a new age. Going into this age, and also with the crossing we're going into a new crossing. We're going from the cross of planning to the cross of the something phoenix. It's a phoenix cross. So the crosses are changing. The energy of Aquarius and Pisces is exchanging. And in the 3D, there's a lot of shifts. How can you describe your experience with this current shift? And what do you see us as a collective moving forward in this current energy?
Wow. First and foremost, for me, if you want me to describe it,
I know that's right.
Right, because the reality is that we're remembering more now than ever, and it feels more of like I don't know if anyone has, and I recently just watched this, so bear with me. It's called The Good Place. It's a 2018 sitcom that.
Stop it. I talk about that all the time. People don't be knowing that. I'll be like, have you ever seen The Good Place?
You guys need to see it. Yep, it's going off the air on the 25th. If you got Netflix, no promotion. I ain't getting paid for this, but I do feel like in order for us, again, remember, visualizing things and what we put into our mind is what can help us make decisions, right? So again, if you're in a poverty state of mind, look at your surroundings. Is your surroundings in a poverty state, right? So with that being said, I feel like as a collective, we have evolved, right? From what I've learned from the texts and from my meditations, like we have evolved and we're moving rapidly. Hint, why 2020 happened and things like that. So I do feel like we need to make choices. We make decisions. When we make decisions, when we make choices, we can shift. Because as you mentioned earlier, from within, so without. So it goes back to how do we desire to visualize what's coming up next. So as the collectives, I do see, at least for the United States, a lot of people is going to be like moving into a different country, right? Because the United States right now, especially when it comes to astrology, and I'm speaking from that perspective, the United States is not doing that great, okay? So if you're out here living in the United States, I do feel like allow yourself to surrender. Allow yourself to surrender what you desire to do, because that's where we're at. We're in the space of, when you think about the fear that you have the most, moving to a different country, that's where it should, like, your mind should be heading. Like, how can I live a life that I've never lived before? Because that's what we're being presented to now with the age of Aquarius. With the age of Pisces, we were really heavy into religion, right? So there was a lot of books and texts that we were following. Now with the age of Aquarius, we're really tapping into self a lot. And as we tap into self a lot, the answers are actually within us. I'm going to sound like repetitive, but we are the creators. So right now, what we create, the books that we create, the conversations, the podcasts, the advantages that we have now is what's going to help the children.
Yes,
so that's where we're at. The same way that we've learned from Florence Shovashine,
Dr. Dilbert, Phil Valentine, all of those wonderful master teachers. I was just having this conversation. I promise you, my video girl, are you still here? Are you paying attention to this? It's craziness, but it's true. It's true.
So I do feel like it really, while I can sit here and say this is where we're going, it's really up to us, because there's a lot of new energy that has entered the planet that not even like the best astrologer can tell you what's happening, right? If you go to my channel on GalaticHood Buddah, you're going to see a lot of what I speak about when it comes to that Uranus and Gemini, that Saturn and Aries. These are a lot of like planetary energies that many of us have never experienced before. So just imagine going into a new job, right? This is a new job. And as you enter this new job, you're figuring it out, right? Nobody told you how to deal with the printer. So you're going to figure out how to deal with the printer. You're going to read the manual for the printer, which is the tool. And now you know how to make multiple copies. Right? That's an analogy that I have. So,
yeah, we're moving into that. No, I feel you. We've had this conversation, and just like you said, the knowledge that we spread now may not even be for now. It's for those who need it just like when we needed it and we found our master teachers, it's the same thing. So I feel you on that so much. I thank you, sister, for resonating and flowing with me today. Your frequency is beautiful. Your energy is beautiful. I really thank you for being here. I love that we are on the same. I hate being a Me Too person. I'll be like, me too. But for real, today I felt like a Me Too. Like, 1:11 on the clock. On our time, we've been on here for 1 hour and 11 minutes. Yes. But yes, I feel like we are definitely on the same wavelength. So I thank you for that. I thank you again for sharing with Pronoia Starseed podcast and coming on for your first time as a Starseed. And I can't wait to have you back and we get to know even more and get to learn you as you go on your journey as well, because we're all going through a journey. And as long as we are here and we are open, we are learning. And I love that. I'll bring a lot of teachers here, and the beauty of the teacher is that they're always a student. And so we're always open to learning new things. And so thank you for being here and sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And thank you. That's what I have. I'm so grateful.
Yeah, so thank you, Starseeds, for tapping in today. It's been a great afternoon on Pronoia Starseed podcast. Thank you, GalaticHood Buddah. Pronoia means that the universe is always working in your favor, no matter what it seems like on this crazy outside world. Know that everything is working for you. All right. It's been wonderful. I will see you guys back. I don't even know. I can't even tell you right now, but it'll be soon. Okay. All right. Thank you for tapping in again. This is Pronoia Starseed podcast. I am the goddess Rael, and we will see you later. Peace out.
I put this on the tribe, I'm a whole fucking vibe. I'm the standards redefined, rooted, decolonized, disrupted the paradigm so bitches get deified. Way of wisdom applied, gon' get my niggas untied tonight. With the shits, I be remiss not to oblige to fight. The goddess peeling clouds back just to see the light of day. My niggas going John with a spoon to fucking coordinate. It's all black, everything, drums, bang, bang, bang.
Talking to your roots, bit, barren fruit, been had the juice, bitch. Who are you? We 100 proof.
Bring the drums in. Bring the drums in.
And this bitch talking to your roots, bit, barren fruit, been had the juice, bitch. Who are you? We 100 proof.
Guess we the ones then.
Yeah, guess we the ones then. It's just me and my crown. They say the trumpet will sound. They say my skin is renowned. Replicates from the ground. Poetry when it's written. Divination with spitted. This melanated conviction. I'm black as fuck on these bitches. My solar plexus, I'm prison. Offspring of the trenches. Hella voluminous pivot. Co on the sun with my glisten. My dialect intuition. I done set my intentions. All my niggas is God, so call this shit intervention. Look, I put this on the tribe, the crucifix on his side. Nobody been vilified, but still defying the odds like us. Touch the blazer, call me savior like I'm Mary's baby. But I'm arch nemesis of Satan, pouring up libations, God cadence, call it invocation. Return to greatness, they anticipated. Fuck around and summon the awakened. They yelling Gucci, I'm still FUBU, nigga. This Oromo, this Igbo, this Zulu, nigga.
And this bitch talking to your roots, bitch. Barren fruit, been had the juice, bitch. Who are you? We 100 proof.
Bring the drums in. Bring the drums in.
And this bitch talking to your roots, bitch. Barren fruit, been had the juice, bitch. Who are you? We 100 proof.
Guess we the ones then.
Guess we the ones then. It's just me and my crown. They say the trumpet will sound. They say my skin is renowned. Replicates from the ground. Poetry when it's written. Divination was spitted. This melanated conviction. I'm black as fuck on these bitches. My solar plexus, I'm prison. Offspring of the trenches. Hell of a luminous pivot. Co on the sun with my glisten. My dialect is tuition. I done set my intentions. All my niggas is God, so call this shit intervention.
Well, the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate.
Sacrifice and sleep for my dreams. Sailing across the atlas, this shit deeper than some streams. Everything ain't what it seems, and I'm reading in between, translating frequencies from ethereal beings. I can walk through the streets and remain unseen. My protection on a beam, my direction, 7 seas. Cinematic tendencies, currencies, infinite. On some classic type shit, so consistent with the hits. Cosmic message on the lips, clearly heaven never miss. Crucial metamorphosis, I swear I died 1,000 times, but still I rise by the power of Most High. I heard legends never die, but we bound to the crown. That motherfucker heavy than 1,000 evil eyes. Getting stronger with my boundaries, cause my spirit is the prize. And my soul is as vibrant as the moon on summer nights. And my mind is a dive into all that's divine. Sacred scribe, watching Gemini rise. When I was born, I loved my mama womb so much that I was trying to hold on. I had problems with the breath, cause my spirit never left. I survived 1,000,000 threats, projections aimed at my neck. Death sentence to my success, abuse of my innocence. Transmuting the bullshit, speak life on my lineage. Protecting women and kids, raising respectful men. Honoring the land, keeping the sacred. Infusing the planet with healing and presence. Wisdom of ancients, pumping through my veins. Scream my ancestors' names, we ain't here to play. Coming for every fucking thing you ripped from my kin and them. Multiply that shit by 10, can't quantify my existence. I am an uncompromised transmission in this holographic realm of those addicted to the gram. My heart chakra bleeds for those in need of connection. You magnetize all your blessings when you lead with intention, and you lean into forgiveness, and you see all you've been given, and you amplify your mission with compassion for your lessons, giving grace to your versions that's in need of the healing, saving space for potential cause your growth has no ceilings. And now I'm building you up cause you are my reflection. I feel collective fear and pain, and I can't answer all those questions, but we all know the problem, and we cry for solutions. We didn't watch all our legends up and die for the truth. Strange fruit, tongue-tied for our lives by the noose. I will no longer be silenced by those who deny our truth. Fulfilling the prophecy, feeling the potency of a black woman near her prime. What a joy it is to see. Every win for my sis is a W for me. Reflecting my inner light, is it W or me? No double cup, just tea. Pour libations up for me. When I bounce out this bitch at the altar, sing my name. Leave me raspberry leaf. Fill my cup up for me. Play my voice over the seas. Lava for eternity. Lava is eternity.
Shimim Hotep, Shimim Ra, Ashe. Uncle Jobs and Neeb Senepti, Ashe. We give thanks for the verbal elixir and divine frequency of Lava God. Just know if you're hearing my voice, you are the new deity. You are the Neteru. You are the Orisha. You are the Vedic. You are the Mayan, Aztec. You are the Akan, the Dogon. All that is God is in you. So we lack nothing. Give thanks.
Learn to cloud surf while never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times. So I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my coat to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors, trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.